So before we get into the video of this absolute balmy car, don't know which one it is, they're mainly balmy, they're all balmy anyway. Before we get into the video, we're going to talk about our sponsors today, Car Vertical, which would have been a great idea to use them before I bought this. So I've not checked it, so I'm going to check it with you to see actually what it's done. What Car Vertical does, it's a bit like a HPI, where it will tell you all the details of the car. It will tell us if it's been an accident, whether the mileage is correct, and so on and so forth. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through this now and show you what the check says, because I'm actually a bit wondering what's going on. So I've put in the reg. It will come up and it will tell me check hidden damage report, mileage rollback, historical photos, vehicle service history, multiple owners, theft records, common faults with each vehicle. I can tell you there's a lot of faults with this, and other useful information. So what we're going to do is have a quick check of that, check the full vehicle. It then goes through a law enforcement agency's check, so stolen, I don't think anyone would steal this. So it tells you about the equipment that came standard on this car. Absolutely nothing. No, it's got leather, I'm not gonna... Right, view report. The mileage is good. Now the mileage on the last MOT was 95,000. Now in the advert, the car was on the advert with 95,000. There's 106,000 on there, but we'll waylay that. Oh, here we go. It has been in an accident.
Front end, was it?
Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Because the bonnet has been painted.
And there's no finance. Well, I'm not sure who would finance it, but hey. Oh, wow. Okay. So, it was a Category D write-off.
Is that bad?
That's not horrendous, because bear in mind, Category D is the least one. That could have been a panel, a bonnet, a bumper. It could have been a wing, a bonnet and a bumper. So it's repairable enough. It hasn't had an accident in any other country in Europe.
Oh, well, that's good.
Which is a bonus.
Just the UK.
It's just the UK. The approximate market value of this car, Nick.
Oh, that'd be interesting. So you paid £800.
Yeah, knocked him 200 quid.
Yeah, because you're like that.
Yeah.
And your insurance company valued it at about 2,000?
Yep.
So what do they value it at?
3,479 quid.
So that's a bargain, isn't it?
Literally, it shows the valuation, gives you the after price negotiations and time what takes.
And all on one screen, you just keep scrolling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the minute, you get 10% off with our discount code, which is in the description below.
Okay.
So click on there and go and get your car checked if you're going to go and buy one. I tell you what, I did not expect it to have all of that information. There's more information. I can keep scrolling down. Even like for a car dealer like myself, you can go on there and check what you should be selling it for, where they're selling at on average over the UK. I'm really impressed with that.
So thanks to Car Vertical for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, thank you. All the links in the description below. Make sure you jump on that. And yes, I've bought one a written off car. Knew I should have done it before I actually bought it. Yeah, it's going to track, so yeah. But now I've checked it. Yeah, let's get back to the video.
Looking at you now, so just bloody do it.
Oh yeah, I painted them only this morning. You in the cheap seats, I got cheap glasses. Yeah, alright, don't go on about it. Anyway, what we've got today, more weird stuff, because Motor Addicts, that's what we like to do, is weird stuff. Renault 5 GT Turbo, 275 horsepower. It probably weighs about 800 kilos, but it's got the wrong engine in it, as we like to do. 275 horsepower comes from a C20LET, same that you would have found in the Cavalier Turbo, and what else? Calibra. So yeah, 275 horsepower.
So basically a red top turbo.
Red top turbo. You can say that, but not everyone's going to know what that is.
Well, no, people will know red top turbo easier than a bloody CL20 blah, 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 blah.
It's something a bit different, it's fast as fuck, and we're going to go and drive it.
What are you doing with your hands?
Do you remember the bit from Talladega Nights where he's like, he doesn't know what to do with his hands? I get it all the time, that's why I clap, because that's when we're going to get started. Is it rolling now, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so Stu, go for yourself. No. I'm here with Shane. Shane, I've got so many questions, so I'm going to try and, Stuart's will ask me to keep it short and sweet, which is something I'm not able to do, but only because it's one of those cars that is quite far from stock, and that means there's a lot of questions, Stuart. That means we've got a lot to find out.
Okay, we'll find out then instead of dribbling.
Start from the front. Look, me and you.
It's a Renault 5. Brilliant.
Me and you are going to find. Okay, do you want to do it like that? Renault 5 Turbo. There you go. Let's go off and do something else, shall we? Which we have got over there. Did you look at the number plate on the front, right at the bottom?
What? The big black number plate? Is that the one you're on about?
This bit here.
Oh, no, I thought you meant the big black number plate.
That
But that's an intercooler.
says, yeah, that says a lot about what this car's got in it. I've never ever heard of anyone putting this. It's a awesome engine. I've never heard of anyone putting this engine in the car.
C20 of the 80s and the 90s, my
It
friend.
is. That's what people. If you wanted a fast engine, it was one of these or a Cosworth engine, and that was kind of it. Starting from the front, from the outside, it looks like a pretty factory car. Wheels and tyres, so they look like, from a distance, you'd say, oh, they suit the car, and they do. They're Borbet C's, are they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so like a like they're an aftermarket wheel from the 80s and 90s that people would have used.
Yeah.
But cleverly, so you purchased.
Yeah, I got these. Yeah, so literally, yeah, anything on the car I bought.
So literally,
You make it hard, you do.
Well, no, I'm trying to be because that's.
No, it's like me when I buy a track car. Like, I don't know what wheels they are. I just
Well,
bought
I
them
don't.
because they
I
look
don't.
nice.
I know they match the car. My point is, there's method in the madness, right, Stuart? Because these wheels look like the GT Turbo wheels. They're in the similar sort of keeping, but they're
Are
bigger and they're white. Yes.
No, they're not.
Five.
Oh. All right, carry on.
They look like they belong on the car, basically.
They do, yeah.
So, you did the bodywork. You painted it yourself.
No, Sean painted it.
This gentleman over here painted it.
There he is. Sean painted that.
And it looks. I had a red one, and I think they look awesome in red. I think they look just fantastic.
Yours was pink, wasn't it?
Most of it was, but we won't go into that. Can we open the bonnet, mate, and just have a look and see? Because it's the piece de resistance of what actually this car's about. If you want undrivable front-wheel drive cars, this is about where it's going to be, because it's light and it's powerful. Have a look inside there. Look at it. Look.
I've looked.
Even down to the bolts to hold the strut. Look down there.
I'm looking
It's
down there.
absolutely mint. In fact, this is the first time I've looked underneath here. Building a fast car, the hardest bit is making it look neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say.
I wanted to do it, but then I wanted it to look factory. As well.
Yeah. It looks
So
like
don't
it
look
belongs in
out of place.
there.
It kind of looks, like it was meant to be.
It's so neat, mate. How long has it taken you from start to finish from when you got it?
11 months.
So not even a year. This is making me look.
He's taking time off work.
Yeah, this is making me look really stupid because I take forever.
Yeah, the Datsun we've had for 11 months and ain't been touched.
Don't go on about it. I'm actually a little bit surprised of how, because this is the first time I've looked in the engine bay, and I'm shocked at how neat it is and the install. I mean, you've done even down to the back of the headlights and the covers on the headlights. All the nuts and studs are all stainless, are they?
Yeah.
It's doing it properly. So it's on the standard turbo, standard engine, is it?
It's got pistons and rods in it.
Yeah. So it's capable of doing.
Oh yeah, it's capable of about 500-600 horsepower.
Yeah.
So it's a proper built engine, standard turbo, standard inlet and throttle body and that.
Yeah.
And then it's got Omex management on it.
Okay.
You're just not going to get the power down if you throw it any more than 275, are you? So
I just want to see 300 just for like say like 300.
I mean, it must be a handful at the power it is at the moment.
Torque steers everywhere. It's got a limit that's a little different in it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It spins up third and fourth and.
Man, this is going to be so much fun. The keen eye amongst you, have a look down here, right? So your brake servo, would it have been the passenger side or the driver's side?
No, it's driver's side.
Can you see behind the alternator? I mean, I don't know if you can see it in there.
it's tough.
What I was just about to say, the point is that because we've got such a huge lump of engine in there now, far bigger than what was in there in the first place, you would have had a brake servo with a master cylinder on top of it in the original car, but because the alternator is where the servo was, he's had to put a pedal box in, which I presume you've sourced and done yourself and all that sort of stuff.
And the alternator's a smaller alternator, it's not a standard alternator.
Oh, okay. To make way for it.
Yeah, just to get a bit more room.
What made you go for this engine over anything else that's available?
Because I don't know any other thing else.
Yeah, and they're a good engine at the end of the day.
Yeah, just Nova, of course, was back in the day. That's all I've done for years. It's just this engine.
And so you bought the car because you just like the idea of it. I mean, how come you didn't get a Nova like everyone else does?
I got one of them.
Oh. That's probably why then. So it was just it was different.
It's been one of the dream cars.
Yeah.
I had one when I was 16, and then Mum made me sell it because I got caught driving it.
Yeah.
And then, I could never afford one after that, and then I didn't want the wanky 1.4 turbo.
Yeah.
and then I just knew this.
You've got easy, reliable power. They're simple to work on.
And at the moment, it's not on its limit. You know, it can handle that all day long.
Yeah, so you can drive the wheels off it and know that it's going to start the next day.
I'm not worried about overheating or just everything's on its limit.
Yeah, yeah. It's so tidy, man. But being able to do that, but in such a short time period and do it so well. Let's have a look at the inside, because this is the first time I've seen inside the car. Classic Renault 5-door handle behind there.
I won't say what I said earlier because I insulted him.
What did it? What
Renault
did you actually say,
Twingo,
Stu?
the Renault Twingo.
You can't say that. You can't say that to someone who's built their own car. It looks like a Renault Twingo.
It doesn't look like.
I'm surprised he's even talking to us still because you said that. To be honest.
Well, it's a long way from home, innit?
Do you want to just talk us through? So inside, it's quite basic because all of it's aftermarket. There's is that a race pack dash in there?
Yeah.
Or something similar?
Yeah, I think it's a dash 2, I think, or whatever it is, race dash 2.
And that's got all your telemetry. So it's got like your
all your vitals,
engine
on
temp and
Apart
oil.
from they've got the boost and then the airflow meter either side on the little dash.
Ah, okay.
It's nicer than any of your cars, isn't it?
I have to say, it's really tidy. I mean, this is the closest I've got.
This is the best Renault 5 I've seen in a long time.
I like it because it's different, but it's also really neat, and that's two things that are really hard to get in the same car.
And who does this? Like, if you get a Renault 5, I can tell you that all the enthusiasts are going to go mental at this.
Which is what we love, because it's different. Again, last week we had a Cosworth-powered Peugeot 106.
You remember when people were saying you ruined your Escort by putting a V8
I put a V8 in it,
Yeah.
and that's the right thing for it as well.
Look at it.
Just doing something different.
It's just improved the car. Like, I understand the appreciation of 1.4 turbos, but that's a better engine.
It is a better engine.
It's going to drive better, surely, than what a 1.4 will.
I mean, that's about as far as we're going to go in terms of it, because the back half.
Yeah, there's nothing in the boot apart from.
Even then, the back end of it.
Just
it's still it's a cage, and he's even bothered to carpet it so that it still looks neat.
This is what I love. Look.
Yes.
Look at that in the font.
In the same font, same as the GT badge. I love this. I love the fact that it's in the same font. And if you're driving past it, you'd think, oh, there's a Renault 5 Turbo with a different set of wheels on it. That's it. Until you get close enough.
What it is. You know,
yeah.
Oh, what's that then? I'm like, well, it's looking at the engine.
That's brilliant. It's the only one.
Hide it in case they're enthusiasts.
It's the only one I've ever seen. I've never even seen one in a magazine or online.
You mentioned that there was someone building one, then gave up the job.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure from what I've heard over the years, it is the only one. But someone was doing an XC years ago, and then didn't finish it for whatever reason, or well, I don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
Just from what I've been told, so I'm pretty confident it is one of one.
Yeah.
Well, we'd like to know in the comments below if you've seen another one.
Yeah, if you've seen one, prove it. That's what I'm going to say.
I want to say.
But seriously, I mean, you've got. I hope the footage gives you an idea of exactly how much. If you've ever built your own car, you will know how hard it is to get something to look neat once you've done it. You can put an engine that doesn't belong somewhere in something else, but getting it nice is the hard
all of
bit.
Owens cars.
I'm not even going to respond to that. I'm not going to rise to it today, Stuart. Because I'm putting an LS in a Datsun 240. And I'm
but then you said
that.
to me you're just going to make it look nice and drive it as it is.
I wish someone would make you look nice.
Yeah, cheers.
Right, so we're in the Renault 5 GT Turbo, but not a GT Turbo. And I've got to say, like I just said, it's so tidy in here, and it's not crashing around and really noisy. For a car that's got no interior in it whatsoever, there's not even any bumps or rattles when you go. I mean, this road isn't particularly great, let's be honest.
Maybe we drive on the old.
I would be willing to bet this probably drives better than when they came out when they were new. Yeah. I guess, because they were always a bit bumpy and a bit crashy. Does it still use the Renault steering column and that, does it?
Yeah, it's all still Renault, yeah. I just kept the stalk gear and that's it.
It's like the ultimate between having something that's a bit of a race car, but still something that you can use. Because you could drive this anywhere, couldn't you? I mean, it's not exactly stressed, the engine, at running the power that it is.
No, we did 2.5 hours this morning.
Yeah, exactly, and didn't have any problems with it, I suppose.
No.
Oh man, this is the first time in a long time I've been in one of these. Look at how tiny they are. Oh, okay, it sounds good, doesn't it? Does it have to have like an uprated clutch in it or anything?
Nah, it's just standard.
Stock clutch?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a left here, by the way. That sounds so good. Was that third, was it?
Yeah.
Up so quick. I suppose with the standard turbo on it, it comes on like that.
Yeah, it's nice and early.
Jesus. Yeah, that's definitely faster than my Golf, even though the power rating's the same. It's a nice stretch can edit this out, but I went in that Cosworth Fiesta, Cosworth 106 the other day, and it wasn't as quick as this.
I see your face was like that.
Not by a long shot. It was fast.
It looks sketchy.
It was, but it was sketchy because I think because it was four-wheel drive and it wasn't really set up for what it was intended to do, because none of it belonged where it was.
Yeah.
But then I suppose you could say the same about this. But it feels, from being a passenger, you don't appear to be fighting with the steering a lot, although you probably are a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you're fighting with it, and it's not clattering around and like dancing all over the road and that.
No, you've got to let it be and it'll sort itself out.
Oh man. It's a bit nostalgic for me because it's something I had when I was younger, and I thought, imagine if that had loads more power and someone's done it, but they've done it really, really well. The Golf isn't this quick, but then I think the Golf's a bit heavier. This has got, I think, it feels like more. Have you had it dynoed at that power? The engine, it's dynoed at that sort of power.
Oh, is it? You know, all mapped out at 275.
It feels like more than that to me, but maybe that's the way the power comes in, or the weight of the car, or whatever.
Yeah, it just ups and goes.
God, dear. And that was in full.
Yeah.
Oh man. It struggles, and it's got a limited slip in it as well.
Yeah.
Shit, man. So impressive, mate. I don't know how you'd want to go, like, if it had any more power, do you think it'd be less usable?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here, or 20 horsepower either side, you know.
The torque, innit? Oh,
exactly. Yeah. Right. Anyway, we're using Racelogic VBOX. We've used it loads of times. Jamie uses it. It's a wicked bit of kit. We've used it at Blighton Park and at Castle Combe as well. But what we're going to do is get it in here and see. It's blown my mind a little bit about how well it goes in third and fourth in the dry. So we're going to see if we see what sort of times we get from 30 to 70 on the road. But that might be a challenge with wheel spin. Yeah, just press the screen, he says. Yeah. All right. There we go, viewers. Let's have a quick look. See what we're going to get my belt on now. See what we're going to get 30 to 70. But having experienced what we have done so far, it's going to be trying to move a lot faster than what it's actually capable of moving. You can go for it wherever you like. I'll hold on to my pants in the meantime. Just got to hope someone lets you out. Here we go. Oh no! But what it will do, that was, you missed a gear, and it was wheel spinning, and it still went 4.9, which is still faster than my Porsche. What we'll do, I think what we're going to have to do is go to the roundabout, and we'll go straight over the roundabout, which is only about half a mile stretch and then back, but we'll come off the roundabout below 30 miles an hour, so it'll start recording it again. And you wheel spun all the way through third and partly through fourth, it's still recorded at 4.1. And Stu's, to put it in perspective, Stu's C20LET is 400 horsepower on ADDICTS, I think, and still only recorded 4.5. That might give you an idea of how fast this car is and how usable this car is. Mate, thank you so much for that.
That's all, buddy.
That is like... that, yeah, wicked little car. It's so complete, isn't it? And the fact you've done it in like less than a year is just balmy to me.
Yeah, we had a few, like, not teething problems, but like, after we got on the road, you know, sort a few things out, you know, rubbing or whatever.
Yeah.
Did a bit of road mapping with my mate and stuff like that, and then, yeah, we got it rolling roaded. And
it sounds like you've had a pretty trouble-free...
Yeah, it's not been too bad, it's just the brakes are the main thing.
Yeah.
That pedal box. I've never done nothing like that before.
No, so
setting that, I've set it up completely wrong.
Bit of trial and error.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, and I keep adjusting it, and then, yeah, getting a lot better.
Stu, you'd fucking love this, mate.
So I'm still a little bit jealous, but I am going to go.
You need to go out in that car, mate. It is like, it's stunning. I've done all my talking, which I do a little bit of, but that is, it's like I said to you a minute ago, it's rare that you get in a car that goes as well as that goes, but is as complete and as tidy and as well built as that. I keep saying it, it's easy to make I'll say it's easy, it is relatively easy to make a car go fast nowadays, but to make a car go fast and be really precisely done and super tidy at the same time, it's just a complete package. Like, you can't put a price on that. I don't know.
Well, you can.
It's worth what someone's willing to pay.
You want 30 grand now,
yeah, it's 30 grand if you want it. There you go. This is from my perspective. I work on a lot of cars, and that's 30 grand's worth of car, in my opinion. But that is the most complete car. I got back and I was a bit speechless. It's a bit of a shame that Stu wasn't waving a camera in my face. Probably not. I wouldn't have been able to say much at the time anyway. But it is just.
But it's in your top 3 now.
Spins the tyres in third and fourth, like with.
And still got what time?
We can say it now, can't we?
Yeah.
So it spun the tyres through third and most of the way through fourth, between 30 and 70, and still got 4.1 seconds to 70 miles an hour from 30, which is
faster than my 400 brake lever.
Nearly 2 seconds faster than Porsche.
But I'm not being funny. Look, it's not on semi-slicks. It's
No,
on sticky
road
tyres.
Road tyres. It's got an LSD in it, so you're using all the power you got. But it's just so complete. It doesn't like crash around. It doesn't like. It's not. You know. Watching
so it doesn't
drive
remind you that our Renault 5s were
No, exactly. Which would have been laggier, not as fast.
Not as pretty.
Just shit, basically. You know, they were. We loved them, but they were crap cars.
People
but
will kick off.
It's like someone's got it and just made it better. They've kept the looks, like he's kept the looks of it and retained all the original lines and that stuff, but just made it better.
That deserves a hand clap then, doesn't it? Well done, sir.
Oh,
well done.
One clap. One clap. Well done.
Well done.
Right,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you like what we've done here today, we're always looking for mad shit.
Oh, hang on. There's next week's.
Yeah. And that's a whole other different kettle of fish. Again, mad. Have a look. Stay tuned for that one. But if you like what we've done, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell where you can, and just follow it. Because we've got loads more stuff. If you've got something a bit mental that you want to show us, get in touch with us. Let us know.
Drop us a message on Instagram.
Yes, drop us a message because we're interested in this. We want to showcase cars like this because they deserve people to recognise what someone is capable of doing.
It's not all about numbers.
It's not all about numbers, and it's not about sending it to some place and then saying, "Oh, here's a blank check, go build it." It's all done at home in his garage, and it's a weapon because of it. So there you go.
Go dummy, go beast on 'em. I go beast. Go